Once upon a time, in a small village, lived a monk named Sora. People called him the silent monk. He almost never spoke. Instead, he spent his days growing vegetables, sweeping the temple steps, and giving food to the poor. Everyone loved and respected him. One day, a proud man named Kenji moved to the village. Kenji wanted to be the most important person in town. He was very jealous of the love the villagers had for Sora. To ruin Sora's good name, Kenji started spreading terrible rumors. He whispered to the villagers, "That monk is not holy. At night, he steals food and money from your houses. His silence is just a trick to hide his guilt." Because Kenji was loud and confident, some villagers started to believe him. Soon, people stopped visiting the temple. Some even crossed the street to avoid Sora. They gave him angry looks. One afternoon, Sora's young student was very upset. He ran to Sora and said, "Master, Kenji is telling terrible lies about you. The whole village thinks you are a thief. You must go to the town square and shout the truth. You must defend your reputation." Sora looked at his student. He smiled gently, picked up his broom, and went back to sweeping the steps. He said nothing. Weeks went by. Sora did not change. He kept growing vegetables. He kept leaving food outside the doors of the poor, even those who had believed the rumors. He stayed completely peaceful. Meanwhile, Kenji's true character began to show. The villagers caught Kenji cheating people in his shop. They saw him getting angry and shouting at children. Slowly, the villagers realized the truth. Kenji was a liar, and Sora was a truly good man. The villagers felt deep shame. A large group of them, led by Kenji, went to the temple. They bowed low to Sora. "We are so sorry," the villagers cried. "We believed false words instead of looking at your good actions." Kenji looked down at his feet. "Why didn't you fight back?" he asked Sora. "Why didn't you call me a liar when I ruined your name?" Sora stopped sweeping. For the first time in months, he spoke. "If you throw a handful of mud into a rushing river," Sora said softly, "does the river stop to fight the mud? No, it just keeps flowing. If the river stays still, the mud simply washes away, and the water becomes clear again." He smiled at the villagers. "My life is a river. Your words were just mud. Truth does not need a loud voice to survive. It only needs time. When you argue with a lie, you feed it your energy and make it seem important. When you stay silent, you give the lie nothing to hold on to, and it eventually falls apart on its own. Silence protects the peace in your heart, while the world slowly learns the truth. Listen, my friends, when people spread false rumors about you, you do not need to panic or shout back. Trying to fight every lie gives power to the liar. Instead, be like the river. Keep living a good, honest life. Your actions will outlast their empty words, and the truth will always clear the water.